Have you ever wondered why some people keep moving forward, step after step, even when their body is breaking, even when the world is whispering it's impossible? Terry Fox was only 18 when doctors told him he had bone cancer. They said his leg would have to be amputated. They said his life as an athlete was over, and yet, instead of sinking into despair, instead of surrendering to the quiet death of dreams, Terry made a choice that would shock the world. He chose to run, not across a field, not in a race, but across an entire nation, with one real leg, and one made of metal. Terry's journey began in pain. His childhood in Canada was full of energy and sport, but by his late teens, his body betrayed him. Osteogenic sarcoma, the doctors called it, a cancer that eats bone. Within weeks, his right leg was gone, amputated above the knee. Most would have stopped there, angry at life, bitter at fate, but Terry refused to let his story end on an operating table, lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by children with bald heads and hollow eyes. He saw something that changed him forever. He saw kids fighting the same disease with no strength left, kids who might never walk again, let alone run, and in that moment, he made a vow: if he survived, he would run for them, he would run for a cure, he would run so the world would never look away from cancer again. The idea was insane. How could a man with one leg run across the second largest country in the world? Every step meant metal slamming against pavement, every mile meant blood, swelling, and unbearable pain. But Terry didn't calculate his odds, he calculated his purpose. He called it the Marathon of Hope, and in 1980, at the age of 21, he dipped his artificial leg into the Atlantic Ocean in St. John's, Newfoundland, and began running west, toward the Pacific, one step at a time. The rhythm of his run was unforgettable: hop, step, drag, hop, step, drag. Cars slowed to watch, children ran beside him, and soon, newspapers began to cover the story of the boy with one leg running for a cause bigger than himself. He ran a marathon every single day, 26 miles, through rain, through blistering heat, through endless Canadian highways. His body screamed for him to stop, infections threatened to collapse him, but his spirit roared louder than his pain. For 143 days, Terry ran 3,339 miles in total, across 6 provinces. He spoke at schools, hugged children fighting cancer, and told the nation, somewhere the hurting must stop. And slowly, the Marathon of Hope caught fire. Donations trickled, then poured, until millions were pledged for cancer research. But on September 1, 1980, just outside Thunder Bay, Ontario, Terry's run came to a sudden, heartbreaking stop. The cancer had spread to his lungs, and his body could no longer carry him forward. He was forced into an ambulance, watching the highway disappear behind him. Yet even in that moment of defeat, he refused to surrender. He told reporters he hoped to recover and finish the run someday. Terry Fox never reached the Pacific Ocean. His life ended less than a year later, at just 22 years old. But here's the miracle: his marathon of hope never stopped. Canadians picked up where he left off, and now, every year, millions of people around the world run in his name. The Terry Fox Run has raised over $850 million for cancer research. His face has been on stamps, coins, and statues. His name is taught in schools. Financially, he died with nothing: no fortune, no empire, no riches. But his legacy is richer than gold, because it lives in every donation, every breakthrough in cancer treatment, every child who survives because of the hope he carried on one leg. Terry Fox wasn't the fastest, the strongest, or the wealthiest, but like a lion, he carried attributes that make a true king: courage to face what others feared, resilience to keep moving with pain as his shadow, vision to see beyond his own suffering, and discipline to run day after day when his body begged him to quit. He proved that greatness isn't about how far you go, it's about how far you're willing to try. And maybe, that's the question for you: what's your marathon of hope? What mountain stands in your way? What road feels too long? What dream feels impossible? Maybe it isn't about finishing it today, or even tomorrow. Maybe it's about starting, about taking that first step, then the next, because persistence builds legacy, and legacy outlives us all. So if Terry's story touched something deep inside you, don't let it fade when this video ends. Let it move your feet, your heart, your mind. Take that step today, no matter how small. And keep stepping until the world cannot ignore the sound of your persistence. And if you believe in stories that remind us what's possible, follow and subscribe, because every week we bring you voices like Terry's, voices that echo through history, reminding us that even ordinary people can do extraordinary things.